Ladies, how would you like to spend the weekend with 250 other female grapplers? Well, guess what? You can do just that. Check out rollmodelswanted.com. That's ROLL modelswanted.com and use code CHOKE50 for $50 off your 2026 Role Model Women's Only Grappling Camp in Indianapolis, Indiana, running July 10th through 12th, 2026, put on by our friend AJ Klingerman and the crew over there. Today's episode is sponsored by Mil Usos Skincare and Limitless Tape. I'm Jen.
And I'm Mel.
Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill. Today, we are joined by MMA fighter, content creator, and entrepreneur, Lucy Berman. Did I say your name right, Lucy?
Yes, you did.
Owner of Combat Candy Supplements, Lucy has built a reputation for being unapologetically real, funny, and willing to say what a lot of people are thinking, and sometimes that comes with trolls. Lucy, we're super excited to have you on. Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill.
Yes, let's jump in.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we would love to start from the beginning. So where are you from? What did life look like before you got into combat sports?
So I'm originally from Florida.
Okay.
Yep, and I'm now in the Midwest, and people are like, ew, why?
Wrestling.
I know, right?
You're in Minnesota, right?
Yes, now I'm in Minnesota.
Okay, yeah. You don't have the Minnesota accent.
Nope. And I moved up here, I'm trying to think, in 2018 to get my master's in public health nutrition and to become a registered dietitian. They have the University of Minnesota has an incredible combined accelerated program that does that. So I just stayed after that.
That's awesome.
Were you always an athlete?
Yes, I have been an athlete my entire life. I was a gymnast when I was little, which gave me a lot of base strength and flexibility, which is really cool. And then I was very passionate about ultimate frisbee, which sounds so funny, but it is an awesome sport. I still love it. That's how me and my boyfriend met. And then I was also a pretty high level Olympic weightlifter.
Wow.
I competed at a national level for that. And then found my way into martial arts when I was 26.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's pretty amazing. So you've definitely been an athlete your entire life.
Kind of a big deal.
Yes, literally my entire life.
Yeah.
So what drew you into combat sports? Did you watch it? Were you interested in it when you were younger?
It's funny. I had never even seen a fight until after I started training martial arts.
Oh my gosh,
I know. So I just had never, my family wasn't even into sports either. I was kind of an outlier. So I'm happy I found my way myself into sports. But honestly, what's funny is I'm a huge fantasy nerd. So it's the fantasy novels that got me into wanting to do martial arts and eventually pulling the trigger once I realized weightlifting wasn't so great for my mental health. Martial arts has been just so much healthier and fucking thriving. So
yes. What is it about weightlifting for people who don't know about that sport that's not great for your mental health?
It's so numbers focused. It's so quantitative where if you don't hit your numbers, that's that. You just fucking hit your numbers and you just feel like you suck. Where martial arts is just there's so many qualitative things that you can latch onto day by day, right? So just the moments, even if honestly last night I'm training jiu-jitsu and I managed to escape something that a black belt had me in, and even though I got smashed the rest of the round and I got subbed, I still was so proud of that one moment. So there's just so many little moments to be proud of in martial arts where weightlifting, it just felt too okay, cool. I missed that back squat. That was my goal for the day and I suck.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
I can, because I lift like a weenie and I still am hard on myself for the numbers. I don't care how heavy, how it looks, how good if it's not, but I want to lift heavy, which is stupid. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course there's little technique things that to be proud of, but just it's just still it feels so limiting with the numbers that I have to hit. And yeah, not great for my anxiety.
Yeah.
So when you started, did you start with striking, jujitsu, or did you just jump right into MMA?
Yeah, I'm actually like more traditionally for myself a striker, and I've had 11 striking fights. So then I just had my MMA debut with this like big striking background.
Excellent. How did that go?
It went awesome. I won. It was really exciting.
Congrats.
Thank you. It was really hard. Those little gloves like really hurt. Touched in the face with those. No, it was so good. I'm so excited. I love MMA. And you know, it's the same. That's like kind of like what most people feel when they get a little bit of a later start, which is like, damn it, I wish I had like found this earlier. And so yeah, I love MMA. I love jujitsu. I'm kind of glad I did striking first because I love jujitsu so much that I seriously don't think I would have even picked up a boxing glove if I had started with jujitsu.
Yeah, I have no desire to do any striking
I don't
because I started with jujitsu.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean, like it's like for some reason I think it's kind of almost an easier transition because jujitsu is so natural, you know. Why would you want to go do something unnatural, which is getting punched in the face?
Right. Do you think that you would call like your fight career now? Are you fighting still amateur? Do you have any pro fights under your belt? Are you looking towards that? Or are you going to stay hobby? What do you think?
Oh, I am still an amateur, but yes, I'm working towards making like a pro debut for MMA, hopefully in the next couple years.
Nice.
Wonderful.
That's exciting. So how long have you been training now?
So total of I don't even know. I'm 26. I was 26. I'm 31 now. So like 6 years. Is that 6 years?
Awesome.
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that 6? I don't do math.
Math is hard.
Talk about numbers, right? It's like the worst.
26 to 32.
I think it's like 5 years. It's like between 5 and 6 years.
5 and 6 years. Okay.
Still kind of a baby in the grand scheme of combat sports.
We kind of started around the same time then.
Yay, twins.
Yeah, I love it. So what was it when you walked into like your first class or whatever you did? Did you know right away that you were like, fuck yeah, like I'm going to do this? Or was it like a slow burn for you?
It was a slow burn because, and not just, I don't even know, not because I was like intimidated or, I mean, I literally just Googled martial arts and walked into a gym the next day. So I was kind of like, you know, but I was having a really hard time letting go of being a weightlifter. That's all.
Okay.
Transitioning to your different sport.
Yeah, you know, I was so strong and it's just hard to let go. It's hard to let that go and be a different type of athlete. You know, it's like, it still makes me sad when I'm squatting like 180 for, you know, and then, but I used to squat like 250 and I don't think I could squat 180, you know, whatever, you know, it's still just, it's tough. But so that took a long time to let go of and let myself transform into a martial artist.
Yeah. So tell us what you remember about your very first fight.
My first fight.
Yeah.
What's kind of fun about my first fight is I actually got to run it back for my 10th fight.
Oh,
so
sick.
That was really cool. Yeah. So my opponent, my first fight was Muay Thai. I feel like I was only like 27 or maybe early 28. I had, you know, and then her name is Val. She's super nice. I lost. You know, it's so funny. Look back on your fights and you're like, I had no fucking business.
Oh my gosh,
right? Like the white belt competition of everything.
Oh, I know. It comes up in my memories, and I'm like, what was that?
I didn't know how to do shit. I didn't know how to clench. I didn't know how to I actually didn't even know I needed to do my hair like really securely. So my hair was a mess. Like my mom was like, Lucy. Like it was like she said it was like all she could watch. I was like, thanks, Mom.
I'm really
She's
proud
like, I could notice. That was your hair.
She's like, girl, you're embarrassing me. Fix your hair.
I know. I bled a lot because I eventually got my nose cauterized because it kept freaking bleeding. But my first fight showed me how much my nose needed to be cauterized.
Oh
my gosh.
Is that common for fighters to get their nose cauterized after a while?
It's extremely common.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow,
yes. Very, very common. And not even, and you know, not even like a lot of people just need their nose cauterized. Like the thing is, it's okay in daily life to have weak blood vessels because like it's not a big of a deal. You'll get a nosebleed when it's cold, maybe sometimes, but like if you have weak, walls of your blood vessels, you're going to bleed a lot, and it's disruptive to your training, but also in a fight, it makes you look weak. It makes you look like you're like hurt when you're not.
Right. Because it's just bleeding because.
Yeah, like if I were to take a poll of people in combat sports who's had their nose cauterized, I think like almost probably half would have.
Interesting.
Wow.
We're going to have to put up a poll because now I'm curious.
I'm very curious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can name off the top of my head a handful.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Super smart.
Fun facts.
Yeah, I love it. Right? I'm like pondering over here, like, wow, things I never thought about.
So you competed pretty quickly then after you started training. After that first competition, were you like, yep, I'm going to keep doing this?
Yes, only because it's funny, and you guys are like pure jujitsu, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the nerves of getting in the ring or the cage is like so painful, and I know you guys know what it's like to compete, and the nerves are there, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like it's so overwhelming how nervous you get and how sick to your stomach, and it sucks, but it's like. So I can't say I love fighting. And it's not like after that first fight, I was like, this is amazing. I want to keep doing this. I was like, that was fucking terrible. But but it's so valuable. It really pushes me. It like, there's like kind of this saying that like being in the ring, it's like, you have to face like who you really are. It's like holds up a mirror to you.
Yeah.
So I find so much value to it that's like, I love it. I love it for that. I don't love actually fighting. It is hard and it hurts and it's scary.
Yeah. So what's the most difficult part of being a fighter? Is it actually being hit in the face, or is it the mental side of things?
It's definitely the nerves. I think you could ask like anyone who fights, and I think you guys can relate. If you've done jiu-jitsu competitions, okay, like the roll is not actually the hardest part. The hardest part is waiting for it to happen.
Yes.
Oh, the anticipation
That's
and
what
the
it is.
anxiety.
It's painful. Like, I mean, literally painful, where you're running to the bathroom. It's just, it's the worst. And I think that's anyone who was being honest would say that is definitely the hardest part of it.
Yeah.
Because you don't really
Yeah.
feel the pain in the ring, to be honest. You're so much adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The adrenaline dump is just exhausting too.
That's horrible. If that's mistimed, well,
Yeah.
I've had that happen.
How do you time your adrenaline dumps?
So I kind of just made a reel about that, where it's taken like all this time to try to understand how to like stay calm. And I have noticed that I don't have an adrenaline dump, or it happens after the fight if I can keep my heart rate as low as possible up until the moment I fight. So I have a lot of different like strategies for staying calm and preoccupied and keep my heart rate down, and then I'm fine. But those first few fights, all I could do was just obsess over it, and I was just thinking about it. My heart's racing for hours before the fight, and then adrenaline dump will happen in the ring, and it's terrible.
Oh yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you're doing to get rid of some of those nerves, besides keeping, obviously breath work and mindfulness and like being able to center yourself and push the outside world out is important. Is there other stuff that you're doing for your nerves that you want to share?
Yeah. I have a few different like rules and policies for myself that really help. I take off so I wear like a Whoop fitness tracker religiously. So I encourage anyone to take off their bio tracker the day of the night before their fight.
Okay.
Because when you look at your honestly, some people don't sleep well, like blah, blah, blah. And you still feel good anyway. You feel weird because you had just done a weight cut and then you reloaded. And so, that data, it might tell you that like you're in the red for recovery, or your heart rate is too high, or it'll like give you information that maybe on a normal day would be like a nice thing to know. But on the day of your fight, you are going to fight no matter how you feel. So you might as well not even have that information to like stress you out.
Right.
Good point.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, like it doesn't, even if I'm like sick, I'm going to go fight unless I'm like deathly ill. I am fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be bothered by whatever information is just going to like contribute to anxiety.
Like, listen, I don't need your buzzkill right now.
It is. I'm like, okay, I don't need to see my recovery is 20%. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, no.
We were just talking about how trash our body batteries are every day. It's fine.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's like I
don't even know what a good body battery looks like.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Shit.
And then I think the second big one for me is like visualizing is such an important part of being an athlete.
Yeah.
But then, so there's two different types of thinking about fights, right? It's like you visualize intentionally, and then there's unintentional visualizing, which would be like ruminating.
Yeah.
Both of them are off limits the day of the fight. I literally limit myself. I do not think about it. It's like my time for thinking about the fight is before that. That's what I should have been doing all camp. That's what I should have been doing all fight week. So no visualizing, because that only just gets my heart rate going.
Yeah. Do you have any rituals that you do that you like to do when you're getting ready for a fight before your walkout?
I'm still learning that. Like that's still kind of in the process. But I did discover this awesome like positive self-talk is a big thing you need to like try to develop as you're kind of preparing to go out there. And there's two things I have noticed. Well, when I'm warming up, I'm noticing I like to spar instead of just hitting pads. So I'll have my coach put on a pair of gloves and we'll do some of the grappling, we'll do some real sparring to like get my eyes going versus just hitting the pads. That seems to help me a lot. And then I really liked my little mantra I made up for myself before this last fight, which was awesome. I told myself, I was like, this is special and this is how I test myself. Like, this is how I challenge myself. There were so many nice ways. Saying it was special and saying this is how I've chosen to challenge myself was so nice because it brings it back to like, I'm not in mortal danger. No one is forcing me to do this.
Yeah.
Like, this is how I express myself and how I test myself. And this is like, it's special. Not many people get to do that. Not many people are willing to do it. So that really helped. It really, really made me feel good before I fought.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It really is so we have a newer girl that started in our gym and she's like, I love it. She's like all in right now. She's got that new like white belt high.
Yeah. She's like all about
I love
it.
that.
But she can't get enough training.
Not in the valley of despair quite yet.
She's not there just yet.
Yeah.
But she's also a runner. And I just did a half marathon this past weekend and I hate running. And
oh my gosh, so that's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, last one I'll ever do. But so I've like obviously bitching about it the whole time. Like I was upcoming. And she was like, girl, just tell yourself that like you get to do this, not you have to do this. Like you get to do this.
And
I was like, God damn it. I'm like, you're right.
It's like annoying, but it's like true. Advice. And it like kind of does help. I know.
And I'm like, I know. I do get to do this. And like, we are so lucky, right? Because so many people don't get to experience that. So
yes.
What do you feel like people misunderstand most about like MMA and MMA fighters?
I stayed away from MMA for a while because I think my intro to it wasn't accurate. And it might be accurate, but so my intro to MMA, was like, it's a rough and tumble crowd. It's like, unfortunately, it's kind of can be toxically conservative. It can be toxically masculine. It's like, I think there's some people who are like, there is no respect in MMA. And for me, that was like the thing I loved about Muay Thai. So I was like, well, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, but, I've come to realize that MMA is what I make it. And just because other people might not have the same respect for the opponents in the sport doesn't mean that like there are individual people who take that who take respect and sportsmanship very seriously.
Right.
So it's like, I think like I had made this blanket generalization that I don't think is fair. So that's kind of where I'm at. I literally also used to say, this is actually hilarious that I used to say this, but I used to say that people who did MMA are mentally ill.
I mean, that could also be true. Two things could also.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah, I think
think
there
a
are
lot
some,
of us use
but
it for that, right?
yeah. Well, because it's so like it's mean as hell.
Yeah.
It is.
Notice we're not doing it. Like,
But it's very freeing and it's primal and I love it. I think another thing about just fighting in general, you guys probably have had this experience too, as you know, training a combat sport where people think like, I'm just gonna fucking square up with whoever in the street.
oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm literally like, the more I
crazy.
know about fighting, the more I'm like, stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's like hard pass. The more I know, the more I'm like, I would be just fucked in a street situation. So let's not go there.
Yeah, because it's like there are no rules, and
I
that's,
know.
it's.
I know.
That's all
I
right.
know.
We
It's
have
so
like
funny.
you guys probably have the same kind of thing. Like we'll have the amateur fights come here, and it's the guys in the crowd that are like, "I'm gonna fucking do this," and they sign up for the next one. Don't train for 1 second, but you know they've been in a lot of street fights because they come in with haymakers and just moving
Oh my God.
forward, and they all
Yeah.
get clocked and knocked out.
Oh, clock the straight shot immediately.
Yeah.
It's so funny, I know, but yeah, it's like those two things, right? So for me, the misconceptions for myself was MMA is dirty, no respect, which just isn't true. And then, you know, I think the general misconception is fighters want to fight anyone. I'm like, that's just not true at all. I think fighters are some of the most like grounded and peaceful people out in the world because of the training.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think that if somebody walked past you, because you're a fairly small person, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. I think, you know, obviously you can probably beat most people's asses on the street. But I feel like, you know, there's always like a stereotype, I feel like, of what people might like be looking for when they think of a fighter. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't necessarily fit the stereotype.
Well,
No, I don't, which is, I think that's part of why I like making content because
Yes.
I like being able to show people you don't have to look a certain way or be a certain way. And I'm definitely, I think, you know, not in the what mold people would assume I would be in. So, yes, I'm very small. I fight at 115 and I'm 5'2".
okay, so we're roughly the same size.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and you've built a really strong presence online, and like your content's great. Like you keep it real. So I mean, you said kind of that, you know, you wanted to show that people that look like you and stuff can be fighters. What really like made you dive into content creation?
It kind of, well, first, thank you very much. I'm glad you like my content. You know, it's funny. The content creation, like, just happened, which is kind of funny because that's not quite how it, I think, goes. So there was very little intention. At first, it was called Combat Crap, was first called LT Training Trek.
Okay.
Which is really funny. I have a screenshot of my like 20 followers, LT Training Trek, because well, me and my friend Taylor like made it together because we were just going to literally just make content for ourselves and like like as a diary.
Okay. Yeah.
fun.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's why L and T was like Lucy Taylor Training Trek. It was just going to be like pretty much for us and whoever wanted to follow, but mostly our training experiences and like making a place for us to see how we are progressing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I found this new medium of art. And I know that sounds so funny, but I was like, it just was so natural making short form video and I was loving it. I felt so creative. I just had this like really cool natural knack for comedic timing and for skits. So it all just came so naturally that I was like, I was so passionate and I was having so much fun with it. It wasn't like, and then Taylor's like, I can't fucking keep up with this and I don't like being in front of the camera. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just take it over. And then here we are. It's only been like a little over 2 years.
Wow.
No, you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
you're doing like you're huge right now. Like it's great. Do you like
Thank
do you
you.
feel a lot of pressure to like keep producing content and like pumping it out?
You know, it's funny. Sometimes I do, but I have this like on my whiteboard. Me and my boyfriend, who's also my business partner in both Combat Crap and Combat Candy, we have like a board of like goals and achievements and stuff. And on it, it's been on here for almost 2 years. It says content creation, focus on joy, making people laugh, sharing my values, helping others. So when I ever feel any like disappointment that I'm not growing as fast as when you get bigger, you grow slower. That's just kind of how it is. But yeah, like if I'm ever feeling any type of pressure with my analytics or disappointment in my content or needing to like produce viral content, I literally just look at my board and I feel so much better. And I just get back to focusing on stuff that I love. I genuinely love all of my content. And it makes me happy, and it's my like art form. So then if I just focus on that, I really don't feel much pressure.
Yeah.
I love this.
And I think that shows like in your content, like it does come across as very like authentic.
Yeah, I would agree.
That makes me happy because yes, it's like that's the goal. It's just like I love my content and I hope people love it too.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
It's fun and it's like, I want to be friends with her.
Yeah, I'm always like, what has she got going on now? Speaking of content, with that comes with, we're going to touch back a little bit more on what you got going on, but with that comes with trolls.
And inappropriate comments.
Wonderful things that gems of humans like to say to you and about you on the old internet, and they don't think that there's a consequence to that ever.
I know. And it's crazy because you know what? I am married. Oh, gosh, I'm not even married yet. But my boyfriend, I am partners with the most, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but he will go after someone who deserves it. Like,
Yeah.
if someone has just done something so nasty on the internet towards me, I mean, it just is like, he's like, it's on.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's public. He's like, people just can't say or do whatever to you. And I mean, literally someone the other day just, so he has sent DMs and comments to people's employers, parents,
Good.
he'll find whoever. He's just like very tech savvy too, in a way that's like mind boggling to me. So I like to hold people accountable too. If I'm not going to hold them accountable, Lou is going to hold them accountable. So, you know, it's funny, just like literally yesterday, someone commented, some commentator, there's like a male volleyball player who's fucking amazing. And you know, he's gay and he does like some really fun little dance routines after he scores.
Nice.
And he's just an incredible athlete. He's so awesome. And some commentator was like, I'm surprised this dude hasn't been popped by now. But you know, and I'm just like, just so rude. Cause like any straight person who celebrates is fine, apparently.
Right.
You know, and then
Ridiculous.
So I just like, I know. And so I just commented like, that is so a horrible and inappropriate comment by this commentator.
Yeah.
And someone commented like, it's something horribly homophobic, right? Just like horrible. And Lou, I screenshot it and sent it to Lou. And Lou took it and found his pastor and sent it to his pastor.
Good.
That's so
And he was
funny.
like, is this what you teach your congregants? Like how to love other people or whatever? So funny.
That's the thing. People just love to hide behind a freaking screen.
Yeah, they think they can say whatever they want.
Right, and then think that it's not like it is still the real world, and like you're not interacting with characters or roles, like they're real people behind these accounts.
Yeah.
It is, and the more like social media has become, I think up until recently, people still saw it as like a separate thing from our really real lives.
Yeah.
But the digital space is part of our lives.
Yeah.
And we need to acknowledge that. And acknowledging that means holding people accountable. Because if people are committing crimes and saying horrible things to my face, it is the same as them doing it online. Like it is, those are one and the same. So, you know, I'm going to hold someone accountable who like comes at me, even though people are way too scared to do that in real life. But I'm going to hold them accountable the same way that I would if they did that to me or my friend in real life.
Yeah. And I think that's a standard that should be across the board at this point in time, because not to create fights or anything, but like it has to stop. At some point, people have to realize that like you need to be respectful even if you're typing. Like, shut your mouth. Just don't say it.
I know there's more than enough evidence to show that like the digital spaces truly affect people, people
Absolutely.
physically and mentally. So it's like those aren't they're the same. They're one and the same. It's not. We can't have this mindset that the digital space is not part of real life anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
And I feel like with trolls, with female athletes
Oh my
specifically, I feel like it's a pattern where a large amount of those negative comments are coming from men who do not train.
And they're always about what you look like or what the people look like.
Right. And that's what
I
that's
know.
focused on. It's all like appearance, like
Stupid shit.
whether it's like, oh, like I could fight that chick and I don't train, or
can't beat
like,
me.
oh, like she wouldn't be able to take me, or oh, she's too hot to be fighting,
Oh
or
my
whatever,
God.
different shit like that. Like at what point, like obviously as your page has grown, at what point did you start to get like some of those comments that you were like, fuck off?
It happened immediately.
Yeah.
Like I mean, literally within days, I'd say, of making content.
Wow.
Do you think that people think that you're younger than you actually are?
Oh yeah, I think people think I'm like in my early 20s.
I think so too. By the things that they say, it really seems like they think that you're a very young girl, and they're like be doing the right thing by saying the stuff they're saying.
I know. I'm like, I am a fully formed, grown ass 30-plus-year-old woman.
Yeah. It's crazy. What's the craziest comment that you've ever received that you can remember or are comfortable sharing?
No, you know what's funny? God, I'm so sad. I posted it and had to take it down because his comment was so heinous. Like his message to me was so heinous that like I got
You're in
punished
trouble.
for posting it.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
I know, which is so backwards, but this was crazy. It was just like that crazy psychotic switch that can happen to someone who I don't even know what you would describe it. And unfortunately, it can be sort of common with men. But like you're really like they're nice. And then you're not giving them enough attention they think they deserve.
Yep.
And then suddenly this gross, crazy, intense switch up.
The real person comes out.
I guess. And so, you know, I had this like follower who just apparently was engaged in this like parasocial relationship towards me that I, you know, wasn't aware of. But I mean, it happens all the time. So, but like, I just, whatever, I hadn't been messaging him promptly back. And he just sent me this, he just randomly said, fuck you. And I was like,
Oh my God.
going on?
Wait,
and
I saw
actually,
this before. I didn't know it was taken down, but I saw that
you
post.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I lost you for a sec. What'd you say?
Oh no, I said no. I saw that post. Then I didn't realize that you had to take it down because I did see that.
Yes, I had to take it down.
How quickly did they remove it?
Oh, it was like a day that it started getting violations on it, and I just didn't want to risk it. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm not
You
even
don't
gonna.
want to lose the account.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my livelihood. I can't just lose the account, and it just sucked because, you know, So he was like, "Fuck you." I was like, and the only reason I answered was because he had been a customer. So I was like, "Oh, you know, I want to be attentive to my customers. Customer service is so important for Combat Candy." So I was like, "What's going on?" Like blah blah. And then you saw it. He went on this like crazy, like just fucking I don't even know tirade about how. It's so hard to describe. Do you remember? It was telling me, it was so.
It was just like he felt like
that.
entitled to your attention. Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the thing I can like picture, the thing that I latch on to that was so odd was he was like, I want role models for my niece. She has the Quicken, which I think means she like is getting her period. So she's like growing up. It's like what weird
Oh my God.
old-timey
What
word
fucking
for like
century are we in?
Yeah.
puberty. Yeah. And then he was like, and I like to check on my bitches and like, and apparently I'm a bitch he was checking on.
And not only a bitch, his bitch.
His bitches. I'm one of his bitches.
Oh my God.
So
And it
stupid.
was just so vulgar and bizarre. And I just said to him, oh, he was mad that I didn't sign him up to be an affiliate for Combat Candy.
Just the kind of representation you want.
I know. And all I answered was, thank God you showed your true colors before you had anything to do with my business.
Nice.
No, people are really crazy, and they think that just because they have this weird parasocial relationship with you, that they're like entitled to your time or your attention.
Oh yeah, I know. And Luke calls it like dance monkey dance energy. And yeah, we're very like stay away from the dance monkey dance energy.
Yeah. They definitely want that. So we have to talk a little bit because you had shared, you're always good about sharing people's comments and shit they say to you. So one of your posts I'm scrolling by and I'm like, I fucking know this person.
Oh my God. Yes. That I forgot about that. You need to tell that story.
Okay. So I used to work with him and then he also was in the band that played at my wedding reception. This is in 2009. So this guy, present day, writes this stupid comment again about something along the lines of like, she's a little young for me, but
yes, he's like, she's too young for
hot.
me, but I know.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I posted it on my Facebook and I was like, just so you guys want to know like what's going on to people behind the scenes. And so this is what he says to me about this. I'm just going to read it because he deserves to have the whole thing. All public. Okay. Mallory, do you want to read his part?
Sure. What the hell,
voice,
Jen?
Mallory?
Yeah, what the hell, Jen? Who is that person? What post is this on? If she's underage, I would have never said anything. I can't even find the damn post. Why would you do something like this? You know me. I'm not like that. That's fucking cruel.
Instant gaslighting. And then, it looks like, wait.
I think
then I screenshotted it for him and sent it to him. And then I said, are you saying that's not your picture and that's not your comment? And I said, she's an MMA fighter.
I'm saying I don't recall this at all. When was this and where is this?
Unfortunately, it's right there in black and white.
And why would you do to me? I'm not a fucking pedophile and I'm not a bad person. I'm actually in shock right now.
She's not a child.
Okay, well, when was it done? What's the date? Because I have not said anything like that I can recall.
She's a grown adult and you still made that comment.
Can you please tell me when this was and can you remove that? You're making me look really fucking bad right now. I don't deserve this at all.
It doesn't fucking matter when it's done. Why would you say that? I'm not in the wrong here.
Who the fuck is she? And what was the actual post? Where is the listing?
No, I'm not going to remove it. You put it out there in public. You said it. Those are your words.
Okay, so let me get this straight. She's an adult, and I said she's too young for me, and that's a crime. Can you please take a screenshot of the actual listing so I can see what I was responding to?
The fight world is not very big, and what the fuck does that comment mean? You were responding to a post she made about fighting.
There had to be a reason I said she's too young for me. There had to be a question in there or something. I wouldn't just blurt that out.
No, she wasn't soliciting any opinion on her age. You did just blurt it out, and there's no excuse for it.
You still can't even direct me to the post? I can't even find her page.
She probably fucking blocked you. Anyways, I hope this is a lesson to you to be more respectful to women, even the ones you don't know. It's a small world out there.
I wish I could see the actual post, though, so I could see why I would say something like that. And come on, man. Was it really that horrible? She's an adult and said she's too young for me? There had to be a reason I said that. Maybe somebody said something and I was responding to them. I don't know. But either way, I think you're a really fucked up person to make this a big deal. But you go ahead and do you, Jen. I hope you guys are happy and doing well.
I'm a fucked up person. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and discontinue our friendship and any other kind of relationship at this point. And then he was blocked.
But it's
Oh my
like that's
gosh.
people that they just feel like they can say whatever and not have
No
to like
consequence.
consequence or have to own their comment. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like the post was it was literally just some MMA it was a normal post. Like there was
Yeah.
zero anything sexual about it. There was no like, hey, like, do you think I'm too young for you? You know, or do you think
Yeah,
I'm
like who
like,
how old do
fucking
you think
who
I
asked
am?
you? Like who fucking asked
yeah,
you?
like, and it's just this like lens that the women are looked at through, which is like in relation to their own, like in relation to a man's personal desires.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think of it like, dude, okay, so she's too young for you, but you're saying she's too young for me, but she's
But she's
she's a
still hot.
hottie, but she's a hottie. Okay, what do you have a daughter? Do you have her like are her friends they're too young for you, but are they hotties? Like would you say that on somebody like you know's page?
I'm getting
Like
the
so
exact quote.
why fucking do it on somebody you don't know? Like it just it makes no sense to me. Like it's gross.
Here's
It
the
is,
quote.
and then it's like you said that whether it came out of your mouth or you typed it, it belongs to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what people are like not understanding. And I'm really hoping that like I try to like choose my battles. Because trust me, if I was to like take up every battle online, it would be like all I did all day. But I tried to like pick and choose things that represent like the cultural problem
Right.
Yeah.
and then respond accordingly.
Yeah. Does any of this behavior like surprise you anymore? And like how do you decide when you're gonna respond versus ignore some of this shit?
I think it always surprises me a little bit just because it's so foreign to me, like in terms of something that I would never do or say.
Yeah.
I have a really strict policy of I don't even know of like no online bullying. And not just that, I don't even know how I call it like I don't go low, like quote
Yeah.
unquote. Even when someone is like seriously being an asshole, I don't like ever I'll address you being an asshole, but I'm not gonna be like, well, you're fucking ugly and fat,
Yeah,
like,
right.
so I'm really sensitive to those types of things. So it always kind of surprises me. I think that, like I said, I only choose to respond and maybe publicly post about something that is like more representative of the broader issues at large.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of just like a feeling thing, right? Like some things I can just be like, yeah, whatever, it's being dumb. Some things are like, okay, this is like a common issue. I think people should see it so they can like see themselves in this situation and know that they can like respond publicly and show others that it's not okay to act this way.
Right.
Right. If you're embarrassed having a comment that you made highlighted, then
And freaking out like
then
that.
you should have never said it. Probably. That
Yes.
seems
I know. And I think people can like probably maybe think I'm annoying about it sometimes. But I don't care. And so my policy is like especially DMs. Your DMs are not private unless I say they're private.
Right. They're certainly not private on Instagram.
No.
Yeah. So
For any of that,
unless I have determined that you deserve that privacy, they are not private.
Yeah.
It's so true.
That's totally fair. So we want to get into more of your business entrepreneurial life. So let's talk about combat candy.
Yes, ma'am.
Where'd that idea come from?
Yay, combat candy. So I'm trying to think. We started that company kind of right when my account was starting to take off. I think I had like about 10,000 followers. So it was like year and a half, 2 years ago. And me and my boyfriend, like my boyfriend is an incredible like serial entrepreneur. He has like successfully built multiple businesses. And I'm also an entrepreneur as well. And so is my family. So like almost everyone in my family is an entrepreneur.
Wow, that's cool.
So we just all have this like, entrepreneurial mindset. But what's kind of nice is my boyfriend is quite a bit older, so just more experienced. He is 47 this year. I'm 31. We have one of those classic age gap relationships. What's kind of nice though is what's really funny about it though is like I'm a grown adult, so it's not a problem. But I think my mom was
right. Very clear on that.
You're too young
My
for
mom-
him, but you're still a hottie. So no.
exactly. Lucky guy. It was so funny when we started dating. My mom was like, she was all worried I was being like groomed. I'm like, Mom, I'm 30. Like, I can't be
yeah.
groomed. I
At
don't
some
know
point
if
in time, it's
30-year-olds
not
can
that
be
big.
groomed. Yeah, no, he's wonderful. I love him so much. But so, being a dietitian and an athlete, I've always known that creatine was something I should be taking, but I am so sensitive to drinking flavored liquids. It sounds so dumb, but I'm like pure water and black coffee type of girl.
Yeah.
So I could not take my creatine, but I knew how great it was. And so Lou has been an athlete his whole life too, and he has been taking creatine. And so we were like, okay, we got to do something about this. And we decided to do creatine gummies, which were starting to be a thing. That was like very, very new. They were super new to the market. They were very bad. It's really actually hard to make creatine gummies. There's been a lot of good science coming out about how to make them better, which is great and benefit to us. But we kind of decided like, oh my God, this is like a thing that's starting to come into the market. We should do this because it also matches with my goal, which is making combat sports just things more welcoming and more accessible.
Yeah.
So we decided like, okay, we can make creatine gummies. So that in and of itself is it's just much easier to eat. And that's a way of accessibility. But then also the branding is so fun. We wanted to make a supplement brand that was very like away from the bro culture, similar to how Combat Crap is a pretty far cry from traditional martial arts pages as well.
Right.
And it's so fun, and like your pages are so fun.
Yes.
So what do you feel like has been the most rewarding part of this journey with Combat Candies?
I mean, seeing a response to how good they are, and just and people being like, I literally couldn't take creatine until I started taking Combat Candy. That was really exciting.
Yeah.
Because as a dietitian, I'm so passionate about making sure people are healthy and doing what they need to do. And the supplement industry is so sketchy.
Yeah.
That I'm happy to be in a space that doesn't have a lot of trustworthy products. So to be a trustworthy company in that space, and then having people actually be able to take creatine in a way that's consistent, because that's the only way it works. And also just making a supplement that I know 110% is worth taking. That's a big one too. Like the research is all there. I only want to make research-focused supplements. So that was just like a no-brainer. And it's so cool. Every time someone tries it, like their eyes totally light up. And I'm going to have to send you guys some. And I'm so sad I didn't have the foresight to send you guys some so we could all have it on the call. But
That would be fun.
Okay, we'll order
I will send you guys
some right after this. But
they're delicious. They're amazing. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but they're just so good.
Yeah, I think it's so cool when people are able to like merge their world. So like your combat sports world with your professional world with the dietitian stuff. So it's cool that you're able to merge those things together. But you have so much that you're balancing. So fighting, content creation, and running a business. So how do you manage your time? Why do you have time to talk to us right now?
No, right?
She's like, I don't, right?
No, I do. Well, because you kind of said it, it's all integrated. So everything that I do is work. One way or another, right? Like if I'm going to training, that's work, because because I do fight, and because I make content about training, and because I'm networking with my peers. Everything I do from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, to me, is technically work. So that's like, if my whole life is work, that's when I work, right? But like, it's good in a good way. It's very interesting, and integrated is like the best way I could put it. Which is just like whatever I do is working towards my goals. So that's how I can do it, because it's like all hours, every day, in various ways, no matter what I do. Does that make sense?
Forward. Yeah. No, especially if you're super goal oriented, I think that's really I can see the drive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it's kind of nice because even sleeping is work. Like, I got to sleep. I'm an athlete.
right, exactly. You have to do part of it. So, do you ever feel like you're getting burnt out or any of that creeping in? And if you do, what are you doing to combat that?
I will say that I have, like, having Lou as my partner is like a saving grace.
Nice.
He is, it's so funny. You guys are like, how do you do it all? It's so much energy. And like, yes, but like, I don't have any, the amount of energy and drive Lou has is, I mean, at least double what I have. It doesn't make sense. It's inhuman. It's like unbelievable. So he is just like this true driving force for both of us. And he truly does pick up any slack if I'm getting burnt out.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's like other like little things that are like, so that's like overall, Lou is just like the most supportive partner. Truly, maybe could do at least content creation without him, but not everything, you know?
Yeah.
And then the little tricks, there's just little things too. Like, for example, if I'm tired, I want to make a reel that day, I repost something old because I love all my content. So there's just little things too that can help.
Yeah, dude, you guys sound like a power couple.
Right?
Damn.
Literally.
That is so awesome.
Combat sports.
So how do you like reset mentally when you are feeling maybe overwhelmed?
Oh, me and Lou get high and go do something stupid.
I love it. Yep.
Life.
That's a good way to live life.
We call it high night.
I love
Friday
it.
night.
See, we have our safety meetings. You got your high night.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yep. So we'll like get high together, and Lou and I. There is no one who. I don't even know. No one who understands my humor the way Lou understands my humor and can reciprocate. So we just have the funniest time. So we'll just take like 5 hours, be super high, and like go do something stupid. Like we'll go to the Mall of America and just like, I don't even know, just everything. The Mall of America is so fun.
Go ride the roller coaster and shit.
Yes.
Nice.
You ride the rides, you sample the foods, you eat the foods, you people watch, you like just go do fun stuff. So we just hang out, and that really is always refreshing.
Oh, that is really fun. It's good to unwind and get away from your typical day to day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That really resets things. But I mean, there's lots of things him and I do together. Like we go on like daily walks too, and talk and kind of So, but yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like a good time to reconnect.
So what goals do you have for yourself moving forward as far as fighting and with your brand?
So there's so much. It's hard to say. Like fighting, I would love to. I want to. My coach has asked me, and especially because my MMA debut went so great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but like my debut, this was her 5th MMA fight.
Oh wow.
And yes, and she is also the Muay Thai title holder for that promotion.
Gosh.
So like she's
Ooh.
very well decorated and has been in martial arts since she was like a child.
Wow.
So it was a huge, huge win.
Very cool.
It was the first time I ever felt like I could win a fight. Like I have really struggled mentally to like really believe I could win fights.
Yeah.
But I don't even know, MMA really unlocked something pretty sweet. So I want to get as far as I can fighting, that's for sure. And just continue to build everything I have, like every goal, everything I do, combat crap, combat candy, and fighting. It's funny because there's no like goal. Like this is what I want to do. It's just like I want everything to keep growing and go as far as it can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
And that's just so exciting. Like, because you're building all of this yourself. Like, and that's pretty amazing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like friggin' we love to see women
it's
badass
great.
bosses.
You guys are so sweet because honestly, I'm just like little old me doing my thing in my underwear right
You're
now.
fucking killing it. And like
Yeah.
we just love to see women in the sports like thriving and like getting the flowers they deserve and everything.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you so much, like giving us some of your time. We love to round out our episodes with some rapid fire. Are you down for that?
Yes, let's do it.
Favorite submission?
Omoplata.
All right. Oh, I like that. We don't get that one often.
No,
I
nobody
feel
ever
like,
said that.
yeah, that's a rare one.
Oh, I caps those all the time. I love it.
If you had to just choose one martial art to do for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Definitely jujitsu.
Oh,
Nice,
wow,
okay.
nice.
What is your pet peeve on the mats?
Unsolicited advice from a person who has no business doing that.
Yeah.
Yup, I hate that.
The worst.
It is terrible. What do you feel like is the hardest part of fight camp?
The energy management.
Yeah, okay. Are you a coffee or energy drink kind of person?
Coffee for sure.
Yeah.
She's like, no flavored drinks.
Yep, no flavored drinks.
What's something people might be surprised to know about you?
My background is in agriculture and animal science, and I
Interesting.
plan on having a farm someday, and that's kind of what I've worked towards my whole life too. So
How cool. Oh, you guys heard it here first.
Yes,
We're going to come
yes.
visit your farm someday.
yes,
She'll have a full gym at the farm.
yep, it's gonna be great.
Hosting fights.
If you had a fight tomorrow, what's your walkout song going to be?
My song is always for the last 12, well, however many fights I walk out to with songs is always Barbie Girl.
Yes.
It's a classic. It is so good because it's like no matter what happens, I win. Because like if I lose, like well, at least I walked out to Barbie Girl. But if I win, it's like you just got your ass kicked for someone who walked out to Barbie Girl.
That's amazing. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. What is your go-to post-comp meal?
Oh, I love having breakfast for dinner. So like post comp meal is like whatever, but that's always my post weigh-in meal.
Nice.
Is like
Oh,
chocolate chip
yes.
pancakes and like bacon and like breakfast, like eggs.
Oh, that sounds
Delicious.
really good. I love breakfast at any time.
Oh, me too.
Pancakes and waffles.
That is great. Just a couple more questions. So what if your best friend or Lou had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Oh gosh. Okay.
This is where you can totally hype yourself up.
Yes.
No, it's
Because
Okay,
remember, someone
I
else
think-
was saying it.
Humble brag.
I think funny. I'm hoping since I'm like kind of a comedian and for my work. So funny, athletic, and kind.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that you're super inspiring, especially to all the women out there in the sports and,
Also
you know,
funny.
and yes, fucking hilarious. We love it. And we just love how real and authentic you are, whether it's, you know, on the mats or in the ring or with your businesses or dealing with assholes online.
There you go.
So
Thank you.
we just appreciate
Yes.
you so much. So we think your voice is important and keep doing what you are doing.
I appreciate that. And I'm really, really glad you guys, you gals, had me on. Seriously, honored.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and we will
Thanks for
continue
coming.
to follow your journey and hopefully we can catch up again in the future.
Yes, definitely.
All right, we love
Fantastic.
it. All right, everybody go check out Combat Candies.
Get your orders in.
And we're
Ladies, get on your creatine.
Yep.
Yes.
All
Yep.
right,
And there's
thanks
always
so
discount
much.
codes. There's always discount codes online. So if you go to
Yeah.
Combat Candies, always a discount code.
Perfect.
Do you want to shout out the Instagram handles for those real quick?
Yes. So the Instagram is Combat Candies, plural. So like IES. And then there's always discount codes running. If you guys go to my reels, go to the captions, you know, always a good old discount. So you should give it a shot.
Yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely. We are so
Get out
excited.
there.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, Lucy. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All
Have a
right.
good day. Bye.
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 Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at Chokeholds and Chill Pod, or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.